Hello and welcome back to the channel, and this evening we are heading to the cinema to see Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. I was never a massive fan of the original, I know,
It's good. I like it.
But I rewatched it a few days ago in preparation for this, and I enjoyed it a lot more this time than I did when I first watched it, which would have been maybe over 20 years ago, a long time ago.
Old.
Yes, old, I'm old, I know. So, yep, we're heading to the cinema to see it now, and we shall give you three people's opinions when we come out as to what we thought of the new Beetlejuice movie. So we're just out of Beetlejuice. Isaac's repositioning himself. Premise, which I always forget to give on every movie review. Let's give you a premise. So we're obviously a lot of years in the future. Lydia is now a parent to, what's her daughter called? Astrid, played by Jenna Ortega, who's a very similar character to how she was when she was younger, moody, goth, sort of like troubled girl that other girls don't understand, that sort of trope. Is that on the inside or the outside? There's a fly on the inside of this car. And life has moved along. I won't tell you anything about the family dynamic, but it was interesting how they removed one of the actors that has since had a little bit of controversy, and not put them in the film. That was interesting. There's a lot more music in this one, I felt, which these two probably absolutely hated.
I like it.
You like the music? It's really warm in here, apologies, I'm gonna have to put the
first
window
one
down.
was better though.
I'm boiling. I don't really want to give you any more about the premise. I did enjoy it. I did like all the performances. I thought Michael Keaton was really good.
Is that?
Who's Michael Keaton? He's the guy that plays Beetlejuice, Isaac. We have told Isaac this before.
I forgot.
They kept the very similar style. Obviously a lot of the effects do seem quite dated now, but they've kept that exact style. They've deliberately made things look quite cartoonish. Is it the sandworm?
Sandworm.
Sandworms in it again looks exactly the same. They've kept the effects pretty much like the original. I actually prefer that one to the original, to be honest. I do like the original, but I've never been in love with it. I've never thought it was absolutely amazing. I find the mother intensely irritating. Is it the stepmother?
Yeah.
The one that plays Winona Ryder's mother. The character just really aggravates me. But I did really... Yeah, probably. I did really like Winona's character and Beetlejuice and Wednesday's character.
Wednesday's character?
It's Wednesday's. And Jenna Ortega's character, but she very much is playing a similar person to what her mother used to be. The only criticism I will level at it is I feel they tried to tell too many stories at the same time, and we didn't get enough detail. There is a major story running in the background of those characters I just mentioned. We have Monica Bellucci in this, which I didn't actually know she was in it, and she looks so beautiful, absolutely stunning woman. Monica Bellucci is the dark-haired one, Isaac. The one with the long dark hair. Looking absolutely beautiful. I had no idea she was in it. I would have loved to have seen a lot more of her character dances, so would I. I just thought that was an interesting story, and I feel we didn't get enough of it. They should have made more of that. We were mostly concentrating on the characters that we know. So as I say, there's a few different storylines running together, and I don't feel we get enough about any of them. But for the audience it's going to be aimed at, it is a popcorn film, it is a summer film, or it's a Halloween film, is it? It's a popcorn film. It's an enjoyable watch. It's light. There's nothing too heavy about it. It's quite funny in places. The merch that is going to come out after this is going to be ridiculous. There's going to be merch left, right and centre. Every time you've seen certain things, the little thing, I'm not going to say what, but you know what I mean by the little thing, that's everybody's going to want one of those. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I would give it out of 5. I would come in at a 3.5. I just thought it was an enjoyable, fun movie. And I enjoyed aspects of this more than the last one. What about you two?
Who's going first?
You just go first, Isaac.
I'd say it's about a 7 out of 10. So same as you, 3.5 out of 5. Purely because of the fact that, like you said again, multiple stories going on at once, and some of them just weren't needed. They should just stick to one.
Yeah, so you thought they should have like just chosen one storyline and ran with it?
Yeah.
It wasn't even just that they had a main storyline and one in the background. They had multiple storylines, not just 2. And you do not have Monica Bellucci looking like she looks in that film and have her as a background story. Absolutely not.
And the characters weren't very likeable either.
Which characters?
Some of them, I can't say which ones. 'Cause
Yeah. I like, other than her father, her mother, stepmother, I like all the characters, even the ones we're not meant to like. There's characters in it that aren't very nice people. And I like those characters. I really liked Willem Dafoe in it. I thought he was a lot of fun. I liked certain like background actors that they had, just to be sort of like faceless kind of thing. I kind of like that. I liked the inclusion of the music, which felt really ridiculous in places, which is why I liked it. But yeah, we're both on a 3.5. What are you on?
I preferred it to the first one,
No.
but I felt it was lacking in several areas. Wasn't witty enough. There wasn't enough humour in it. There was funniest scene I'll tell you about afterwards was a split second, which made me, I actually LOL'd. But he was witless. I thought
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice was witless. I was really
It
expecting.
could have been a bit funnier, yeah, granted.
It seemed to just plateau. It's like, come on, get going. It's like, no, we're not going to get going then.
Some of the best characters were only in it for about a minute.
Right, I don't know who that is, but Isaac can't really tell us without spoiling, so we'll find out when we switch this off.
Yeah, there were some interesting characters were in it. It just, like you said, it seemed to hint at there's going to be a story here and hint at a story there.
And you just didn't get enough of the
But
stories.
you didn't get any of it. But what was the point of having that in then? It was just...
This is sounding really negative, but from our point of view, from mine and Isaac's anyway, it's not. It's a decent film, as in it's fun, it's watchable, you won't be bored, but it's very light. Don't expect absolute something
Beetlejuice.
incredible. You know, it's just fun.
Where was his attitude?
I felt it was pretty similar to the first, his
It
attitude.
wasn't. It wasn't as good. It wasn't as
So,
sarcastic.
well, me and your dad preferred that film to the first one, Isaac.
There's parts of the first one I've always hated,
The first one's
especially
better.
the hanging from the banister bit at the end dance that just goes
Yeah, that's
on
because
and on.
you absolutely hate
No,
singing
it's
and
just
dancing.
so badly done, and it's just
What did
not
you
funny.
think of the song and dance main number in this one? Because I thought it was really well done.
I would have liked it better if it used their voices.
Oh, their actual voices, yeah, I agree.
Rather
with that,
than-
yeah. What he's hinting at there, and I don't think this is a spoiler, on the song and dance numbers, the cast are lip syncing to the original track.
Just sing it really bad.
In the same manner that, if you remember in the first one, where they're like doing all this round the table and floating in the air and they're all lip syncing over the actual track, there's that a bit of this in this one, and it would have worked better if they just had used their voices, especially if they couldn't sing. That would have made it
would
better.
have been really funny.
Yeah.
But it was like, oh.
So what would you rate it out of 5?
Out of 5, 2.75.
Ooh. So what would you rate Beetlejuice out of 5? A
I'm-
2?
I like the nostalgia effect of Beetlejuice. I'm not a fan of the film. When I look back now, it just...
What's weird about that is I would have agreed with Durham before I rewatched it, and on a rewatch I really enjoyed it because it takes me back to, like he says, that nostalgia of being a certain age and getting a video from the store on a Saturday night and watching it with your family. It gives me that sort of warm fuzzy feels that the first one. That one very much does stick to the style of the original, the effects. A lot of people were wondering, well, the effects have come so far. They're so dated with the first one, what are they going to do with that? to be honest, they stick to the style of the first one. They could probably have achieved most of the effects on this when the first one was done, but I thought that was a good choice. I like that.
But you see, because they took it to the level of chucking in a couple of F-bombs,
Yeah.
why could the wit not have been taken up that level?
They maybe
And the
just
general dark humour.
don't want to go too far when it was only maybe they should
Yeah,
have
but
made it
still
a
F-bombs
15
in
and
it.
went a little bit
Yeah.
further.
Well, then don't stick F-bombs in then. Either do it or don't do it. And they kind of just, again,
I think
hinted
there
at
was
it
one
and didn't do
F-bomb.
it.
I think there was one F-bomb and a few bleeped Fs.
There was 2 F-bombs.
Was there? Right,
Yeah.
I know they bleeped the F word.
And then there was a bleep as well.
But if they had it, I think it would have improved the movie to go to a 15 and insert a little more dark humour in. But as I say, I enjoyed it. I think most people that go and see it will have fun with it. It's not going to be down as being, oh, that was absolutely amazing, that was fantastic. It's not that level. I haven't actually heard anyone's reviews yet, so we're saying this with no knowledge what anyone else thinks yet. So as usual, we'll probably be completely wrong, and people will either be saying that was absolute tripe or that was amazing, and I'll be contradicting everyone as usual. But what can you do? I clearly have no taste. I think we're all in a pretty similar, we all enjoyed it, didn't think it was amazing. The only difference in opinion here is me and Darren preferred this one a little bit more than the first one, whereas Isaac preferred the first one to this
A
one.
little cameo that should have been in it. Oh.
You see?
Right,
cut that out,
we just
yeah.
had to cut a massive part out
Yeah, we
because
did.
Isaac wanted a certain thing in it that was in
That
it,
was
but
in
he
it,
didn't just
yeah.
put together that it was in it. So thank you for watching, guys. Let me know if you've seen it below in the comments what you thought. Are you going to see it at the cinema? It's a lot of fun, and my god, that Monica Bellucci, I can't say it, Monica Bellucci, what is it?
Bellucci.
But honest to God, I mean, it makes me want my black hair back again for a Halloween outfit. It was amazing. Her outfit, the way she looked, everything about it was amazing. There's going to be a woman everywhere this Halloween dressed like that, I can assure you. So, thumbs up from us, mostly for the new Beetlejuice movie. Thank you for watching.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Look forward to speaking to you next time. Over and out from Lisa Loves.